Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today we're diving into Septerna's annual report, and let me tell you there's enough financial maneuvering in here to make even the most seasoned Wall Street wizards scratch their head. We'll try and make some sense of it all so you can understand what's really going on. First up, Septerna is a biotech company focused on discovering new drugs. They're all about GPCRs, which are like tiny antennas on your cells that receive signals. Many drugs target these receptors, and Septerna is trying to create oral medications that can tap into this market. It's a bit like finding a new way to send messages to your body's control center. This report covers the year that just ended, 2024. Think of it as the company's yearly checkup, where they lay out all the important details about how they've been doing. Here's a quick overview. Septerna is a real company filing with the SEC, so it's legit. This commission file number is like their ID with the SEC. Of course, every company has its risks, and Septerna is no different. The annual report contains the risk factors section, which tells us exactly what risks they think they will face. Keep in mind that a lot of what they say is forward-looking, which means they are guesstimates and nobody knows what they might be or how they might come true. Alright, less intro and more information, let's get to the good stuff. And one of the most important things about a drug company is what they are working on in their pipeline. Septerna's pipeline is focused on three key areas: endocrinology, immunology, and inflammation and metabolic diseases. They have a few programs that are more advanced than others, including oral small molecule MRGPRX2 NAM for CSU and other mast cell diseases, and oral small molecule MRGPRX2 NAM for CSU and other mast cell diseases, and oral small molecule MRGPRX2 NAM for CSU and other mast cell diseases, and oral small molecule TTH1R agonist for hyperparathyroidism, oral small molecule TTH1R agonist for hyperparathyroidism, oral small molecule TSHR NAM for Graves' disease, and oral small molecule TSHR NAM for Graves' disease, and oral small molecule TSHR NAM for Graves' disease, and 8 Hafits. Important to know that for the PTH1 This is what they plan on doing for the next period, but they are not promising anything. For the other oral small molecule, it's still early stages. Lots more work to do. The annual report also talks about competition, and we get some of the key competitors such as Structure Therapeutics and Mxera Pharma. Here's where it gets interesting. What's their strategy for success in this competitive environment? This is the reality of many drug companies. They depend on outsourcing to get things done. This can be a risk, but it also allows them to stay flexible. Now it's time to dive into the serious stuff. What do they own? The more stuff they own, the better, as that helps them in the future. It's all about protecting their secret sauce and new formulas, and it looks like they are active in that area. The report mentions a bunch of patent families and applications. It looks like they're on it when it comes to protecting their ideas. This part's a bit of a slob, but it's crucial. It outlines all the steps Septerna needs to take to get their drugs approved. It's a process that can take years, cost a fortune, and is never guaranteed. There are certain programs to allow for drugs to be approved more quickly if there's a critical need for them. We see how some drugs might qualify for fast track or breakthrough therapy status. This can speed things up, but is no guarantee of success. Similar regulations exist outside of the United States to sell their drugs in those markets. The laws and rules keep changing, so they need to be ready to adapt. So what could go wrong? A lot. In this section, they lay out the different problems they see their company facing. These are not just risks for the company, but for your investment. Pay attention in particular to how they frame and present these risks. They also say they'll need more money, and it's never a guarantee they'll get it. The drugs might have serious side effects after approval, which could impact their future sales and revenue. They don't have any marketing or sales teams. These things are not cheap to build from scratch. Let's see where the money went. Looking at the details, they had 75 full-time employees at the end of 2024. Most of them are in research and development. Now let's get to the financials, the numbers behind the story. This part contains the financial insights we're looking for. It's like a treasure map leading us to what's really happening with Septerna. It's crucial for investors to understand the company's financial stability. They have a history of losses and say they will continue to make losses. This is normal for a company that invests heavily into R&D Tove Scroll and are not